phrasing that question that you might tease out for any changes tonight?
No. No.
What are going to be some keys to the game on the defensive side of the ball, Coach?
Well,
Can you
one
give
is
anything
transition defense. We got to get back. We haven't done a good job of getting back, and their whole thrust is pushing the ball down our throat. Our bigs have to get back. We got to get the ball into control earlier and quicker. And one way to do that is take care of the basketball. Our defense should start with our offense and making sure we, get a good shot where, we're not giving up live ball turnovers where you really are putting yourself at a disadvantage.
You mentioned the start back in Game 4, how much that hurt you guys. How important is the first 6-7 minutes going to be tonight?
Josh is huge. I think, they came out the first 5 minutes and just ambushed us. I mean, they just outworked us, loose balls, quicker to the spot. We didn't fight for space. They forced us out past the three-point line to get open. We allowed them to walk right to their sweet spot to catch the ball. So we didn't fight for space whatsoever on either side of the ball. So the first 5 minutes, you set the tone, but again, you can't just stop there. You got to continue that same intensity, that same thrust, that same focus for 48 minutes. This is the playoffs, and every possession is important. You can't have old crap moments. You got to make sure that every possession you're on time on target, but most of all, you got to be there with your effort and focus.
You got home court back, the advantage. Are you feeling positive about tonight?
Well, again, if I come out and we play the way with the intensity, the focus that we did in Game 3 and Game 2, I feel pretty good about it. But if we don't, it's scary. And I've said it all year long. If we don't play with a sense of urgency and a desperate mode, a desperate disposition, we have a hard time beating anybody.
You want to move the ball, obviously, but you also want to make sure that you're taking care of it. How do you walk that line?
Well, again, simple passes. We were driving the baseline the other day and jumping up and turning around and hoping somebody was open. That's not good ball movement. We drive the baseline. You got to see. You got to make eye contact with somebody and make sure they're there and not just jump up and throw it in the third and fourth row. So those kind of plays are the plays we can control. It's nothing that the defense, it was us just making bonehead mistakes and not making fundamental passes. And again, that was uncharacteristic of us. We do that very few times, but Game 4 was a bad time to have that problem.
Dwane, do you get a sense in the locker room ever before a game? I mean, your guys. Can you look at them and say, they've got it?
No, I tell you, it's amazing you said that, because there's so many times you look at your team and they look like, there's no life, there's no spirit, and they come out and play like game busters. And then you see your team, they look fresh, they look alert, they look into it, and they come out and have brain lapses. So that psychology is hard to, once they, like I said, once they get out on the floor and I see them a couple of times up and down the floor, I can tell you what kind of night it's going to be. But sitting in the locker room or all that, I don't know who can.
Where does it start? Where does it start? Well, like in terms of that energy and intensity, is it one guy? Is it?
No, everybody. It's everybody. It's all of us. It's myself, coaching staff, everybody. It's not taking anything for granted, not overlooking anybody, not overlooking any situation, but it's everybody. And again, it starts on the floor in transition defense. That's where you see the first problem of focus and intensity and I won't say effort, because everybody's playing. I don't say not playing hard, but just focus and just sense of urgency. First to the floor, first to make contact on screen, first to the body on boxing out. All those things are focus, alertness type things, more so than effort. Because I would say, our guys, it's not like they're not playing hard. I'm not saying that whatsoever.
It was purpose, right?
Playing with a purpose and playing with a focus, alertness, anticipation. What's the next play? What's about to happen to me, and that type of thing.
What do you make of the two games that you've won pretty convincingly, but the two games that you've lost by about 10 points? How do you sort of square that?
You just look at the turnover column. Look at that turnover column, and you'll see the biggest difference. The transition defense, look at that column. Shooting is about the same in all the wins and losses, the shooting percent. But the turnovers, the alertness, anticipation, doing all the little things is where I look as far as the difference in the game. But one area you can really put your finger on are the turnovers.
Have you talked to the team about what to expect in Game 5 of the playoff series, or is that not necessary?
Well, no, we talked about Game 4, Game 3, Game 2, what to expect, and again, it's human nature. I don't know. We went there with a purpose in Game 3, took care of business. Game 4, I don't know if we came out human nature. Okay, we got home court back, but again, you can't think that way. You got to come in and take care of business on every possession in every situation.
You got this Rudy T award. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes, it does. It does. It's important because of the fact we're in a profession as you guys are. We're intertwined whether we like it or not. So again, we're in a great profession. We do something we love to do, or we shouldn't be here. And we have some of my best friends are writers, are sports reporters, and they're probably not even in the business anymore. And those relationships, because we see each other under stress, you criticize me, I criticize you, and we still have to have a professional approach and the respect for each other's job and each other as a person. And I think that's because everybody in here we've gone at it with somebody, but at the end of the day, we're in this profession together, and this is our business. So I take honor in it. Also, too, I take honor with Jim LeBombard, who I think is one of the best in the business, who helps me get ready for some of the questions that are about to hit me and give me information. So, but again, it's all about a team effort. It's about Jim's staff. They do a great job. My staff and the players, I think they do a great job of cooperating with the media. But again, that's the business we're in, and that's the message we give the team at the beginning of the year, is we're all in this together. You guys have a job to do, we have a job to do, but we got to treat each other with respect, and I think that's the key word.